11 a.m. And she said that, okay, I am basically dropping my children. Let me get back. And that fascinated me. This woman had an exam in 2 hours, and she gives one thing more priority than that, and that's her children. Now, no man can do that. At least I can't do that. Only mother has a power to do the multitasking, and then came back later in the exam and cleared PMP. Meena, with how many above target?
Three.
Three above target. So congratulations, Meena, from the entire PMP
Thank you,
community,
sir.
from everyone. Thank you very much. And Meena, why don't you share us your entire journey when you plan to do PMP? What were the challenges when you started? And over conversation when I said you booked the exam. Do tell us. Please, Meena, go
Sure,
ahead.
sir. Thank you so much. Before I begin sharing my journey, I would like to thank Amar sir, my batchmates, and all the previous batch students, because personally I've learned a lot from each and every one of them, their journey videos and the coaching calls, and also my family, especially my kids, because their vacation started and I told them not to disturb for at least a month. And really, I mean, not only me, for every candidate who's appearing for PMP exams, family support is there, and they also sacrifice a lot. They also go through with us throughout this journey. Yeah, having said this, so my journey began last year, maybe I can say around November. I'm on a break, so I'm not working. So as a part of it, I thought I'll do some certifications which would help my career progression. So I started off with Safe Scrum thing certification from Scaled Agile, and then the next in the list was PMP. So by that time, maybe November, I started seeing the messages that the examination content, everything is changing, and people are rushing to finish the exam before 2020 December. Then I thought, like, why to hurry up? Like, let me see how the new exam is. So I see some journey videos from other channels where students were sharing their journey videos, saying that it's mostly agile and it's a lot of Scrum related questions. Then I thought, okay, I already did Safe Scrum, then it would be a piece of cake. But that's not the case, as we all know, because we have the huge thing, PMBOK, plus this agile thing. So I've enrolled myself in a local training institute here. I completed my 35 hours of training there. Then after going through that, they were hardly like they were discussing just about the PMBOK thing. Then my first thing that came to my mind is it's like so huge, and will I be able to clear? Where do I start? Where do I end? It's so much. So I started off with, as usual, everyone goes through Rita Mulcahy's book, and I like, skimmed through the entire book. But still, I'm a kind of a person where I believe more in audio learning. So my first search was in YouTube, like audio thing on PMP, and it suggested PMP with Ray Andrew Ramdayal. So Andrew Ramdayal, he does every Tuesday 4 p.m. For us, it's Pacific time live. So I used to join his live classes where he used to solve 10 questions. Yeah, and also some students who pass the exam, they come and share their journey, and we can ask live questions. So that helped me. And in one of those calls, I came to know about his Udemy course, which I signed up. And after going through that, like 35 hours of those Udemy course, one thing is you will be clear with the concepts. Like you can explain to any layman what PMP is in simple terms. But then the next level, and also the same day when I cleared his mock, I got 76%. But that's not there. It's altogether PMP exam is a different journey. So again, my YouTube search criteria changed. How to solve PMP questions. First criteria was PMP audio, and now it's like how to solve PMP questions. Then again, I got the list of videos from other authors and all that. This time I also got Amar sir, but I don't know why I didn't select it in the first criteria. I selected PMP with Ray. So yeah, I don't say with due respect to all the authors and coaches, they give their best. Um, but what I felt is if you have to travel to a destination, right, you choose the shortest route, safest route. So that way, if I have to say, if someone who wants to go through PMP, get certified, then without any doubt, Amasar's coaching, and that would be the shortest route for your destination. If I say it would be PMP. So maybe I think in April first week, I messaged sir that I saw your videos and I would want to know more information of how this would be about, because I already completed 35 hours in person and then Andrew Ramdal's course in Udemy. Then he said I have two batches, one-on-one and the batch program. But April, I had some other family issues going on, so I thought I'll join in May. I again messaged in May that, sir, I'll be joining. And then I think our batch started May 14, batch 8. Yeah. So whatever he promises, right? Like one-on-one assistance, everything. So I thought like every author would say the same. Let me give it right, because after watching his coaching calls, they were so addictive. Like I think when I joined, before joining his course, I watched 25 to 30 videos of coaching calls. Then I have an idea how the teaching would be. But the day one when I joined, like he started off, everything was so smooth, and then within like a 1 hour, we were assigned to breakout rooms, and we have to make the mind maps and all. One thing is you don't have the liberty to doze off or carried away by other thoughts. You'll be 100% live interaction with other students, and also with him. You'll be asked to read, or you have to share your views, because you'll be assigned to breakout rooms and all that. So that way we completed the 6 days of the batch program. Then the real journey starts on your way to how do you go about preparing yourself to the final thing. Sir, in one of his videos said, I do maintain a stakeholder register for each and like how we have it in PMP, he has a separate thing for each and every student. So to explain in PMP terms, few of us, yeah.
This is my basically this is my stakeholder register, which I always put on my desk. Having you can tell the rest of the thing.
Yeah. So for us, we have resistant and all that. But the main aim is you want us to bring us from our current state, wherever we are, based on our thing, to the desired state of passing PMP. But you won't leave us like daily, like early morning. Your message will be there. I thought like for a while, am I in my batch program or one-on-one? Because you as promised, you'll never live till we pass PMP. So I started off with start solving mocks like chapter wise, like starting with integration, scope, and all that. You give this 50 questions, right? Then after that, started with people 100 questions and all. Then you gave the mocks of Tridep, Andrew Ramdal. But here, I think you gave me your mocks first. Your mocks comparatively compared to other mocks, they are a little bit different and tricky, and I was scoring somewhere between 67 to 70, which demotivated. Then you said, don't worry, my mocks are different. Then I tried the other mocks, tried Bagde mocks and all that, and finally moved to Prepcast. But in few of journey videos, I've seen some people without taking Prepcast, they just took the PMP exam. I think it's an individual take, I guess. Because but personally I feel we should take Prepcast because it's a time test. Whenever you take other mocks, you take the liberty, okay, let me take a break and all that. Though I used to do all the time 60 questions, what I observed is I used to spend more on break, or if at all, if I have done 120, then I used to do later 80 questions later part of the day. But with Prepcast, it helped me. All the 4 mocks I used to sit in the same place, and since I've given a proctor based exam, that helped me when in the same environment, same room, all that. So coming to solving mocks, as a mother, I always tell my kids, don't compare your result with anyone and all that. Give your best, understand your concepts. But when I was doing the mocks, especially Prepcast, my scores were frankly 71 to 75. Like the one I got 76, 74, and the rest were 72, 72. So frankly, like when I compared, when I heard other students were getting 90s and 80s, I thought like I still needed preparation. But sir said, go ahead and book your exam. That surprised me. How do, like, I'm just getting 70s and sir is asking me to book the exam. I told that like I need some time because I have to do the root cause analysis. So like if you spend 4 hours, three and a half maybe on the exam, then I used to spend rest 4 hours. And I think in one of the journey videos, Saubi, he was sharing that uh, I I like that point. Like whenever he's coming across a new thing, he's trying to map it back to that particular knowledge area. It's like one of the question I got was in agile, where the options were master service agreement, lightweight statement of work, all that. I'm sorry, in the recruitment thing. So then I selected randomly, though the answer was right, it's a wild guess. So then I used to make a notes of these new things that I've encountered in the mocks, and used to map it back to the knowledge area. That's how like I made a separate book for myself. Maybe yeah, a few people are making Excel sheet, whichever works for you. Because at the end of the day, you know the style that best suits for you. So I used to make I maintained a book for that. My main idea is whenever I'm like driving or when we go to some place, I can't carry my laptop. This book would, I can just, revise whenever I'm going out like that. My main idea was that. So that's how I mapped and did a root cause analysis of all the four mocks. And the final thing, when I messaged the sir about all my four prepcast scores, he said, go ahead and book the exam. I was like completely shocked. So I thought like how, I mean, otherwise Saudi and I mean, not taking the names, but they were above 90, at least 80s. I'm in 70s and how is he telling? I don't know. In the trance, I just booked the exam and I didn't even tell him next morning I wanted to cancel. So because I didn't tell him, because he trusted me, he knows the hard work and all that I've put in. But and my husband was so confident on my hard work and his teaching. I think if he was confident, sir was confident, but I'm not getting that. So I relaxed and thought I just believed in myself. And my next strategy was, what should I do for the next 2 days right before the exam? Then I think that day Ram was sharing his journey. It really helped me. Then I immediately called Ram. Thanks to him, he spent like more than an hour explaining and everything. That helped me get prepared. And also sir messaged me like, you can solve couple of questions. And my motive was, for that 2 days I'll just relax, watch couple of inspiring journey videos. And also sir keeps for posting the videos about, short videos about deliverable journey and the risk, all that. So that also helped me. Since I'm an audio person, more listening helped me. I used to just keep my
I did
earphones, but
convert some videos and gave it to you in audio, right?
yeah, I asked you because during one of the weeks I had to go. We had to go to camping for my son's thing, and that podcast thing helped me. Like I was listening while we were driving and all that. That's the reason I asked you for that.
Yeah, I'm working on it because Umair and other people asked. There are less auditory person who prefer to listen it, but I am working on it to make it audio more. Especially, I am going to convert. What do you think for all the people who are online with me? Especially if we convert all these journeys video into audio, because especially in these journeys of students into audio as a first thing. Because Meena, we cannot convert most of the things into audio, but these things we can directly convert into audio and put it in. What do you think? Will it be usable for the students?
Personally, yes, sir. Like, it will be useful because I found it useful. I mean, like others can also pitch in and say their views, because it's extremely useful. Once if they see the video journey and if they keep hearing that, that helps a lot. Because I heard like Farhan's journey, and even he was saying that, right? He was listening to the audios and all. So yeah, it would be helpful.
Okay, okay. Please continue with your journey.
Yeah, so the last 2 days I was like listening to the videos and analyzing whatever I need to do. And sir messaged me like, what is the progress? What's your update? Then he asked me to do a couple of questions so that you will get the hang of it just before the exam. Like, because the last mock I gave was on Monday, and Thursday I had the exam. So Monday for us, your specific time, I just messaged him that I got this is the score. He said book the exam. Tuesday, I watched Ram's journey. I spoke to him. That helped a lot. And then entire Tuesday, I was watching the journey videos and other couple of videos. Wednesday, I did some couple of answered couple of questions from Prepcast. And yeah, one important thing is, since I used to follow Andrew Ramdal's every Tuesday live session, he always suggests like just day before the exam, do watch the mindset. So I made it a point. I watched the mindset video. And most importantly, I want to tell everyone, the examination, everyone says it's not similar to what mocks that we do. We have that question, right? What the exam looks like. The exam, nothing. It's entire 180 questions. I feel like they're like mindset. They just play with you. They look easy. Yeah, some questions are direct, some questions are easy, some questions are tricky. But you understand the mindset, the servant leader leadership, either in predictive or agile, you're all set for the exam. There's nothing like whenever you personally think, are you ready? You still feel you need some more time, maybe a week or 2 weeks. But that never happens. I think sir has a video on exam readiness. Watch that, like solve mocks, and you know where you're standing. If you're clear with the concepts, just focus on. And I think in most of our mocks we do get the ITTO's questions, but it's not, you won't be getting such thing. But you should have an idea, because maybe if you drag on drops you are getting questions, but not like which tool is here and what happens, which one you have to select. You're not getting entire like 180 questions. Is all about the mindset. So having said that, you analyze for yourself where you are. And yeah, coming back to that mindset video, it really helped me. It's like an hour video which he suggests to every student, and that helped me a lot the next day. Yeah, and next morning I again called Ram, because I was tensed. Like, since I was giving it home, I have good internet connection and all that. The only reason sir always insists to go to a center and give, even I am in for that. If given a thing, you always opt for center base, so that you need not adjust all these things with kids and other stuff, and you need not worry about internet connection. But my challenge was, I just called up the center and they said still we have the mask policy. And I personally, I can't sit with a mask and solve the exam for, like, I was asked to come at least 40 minutes before, and 4.5 hours I couldn't take with the mask. That's the only reason I had to opt for proctor based thing. And yeah, so the check-in thing, everything was smooth, and I started the exam. And when I begin the exam, yeah, sir actually spoke to me just like 1 hour back. He just said, like, relax, do your best. Even that time, like, as a mother, I tell my kids, it's okay, in exam, you need not be always a topper or something. Sometimes failures do happen and all that. So, I mean, whatever the grades that you get in PMP needs improvement and all that. Even my son and daughter's grades are also in US, it's the same thing, needs improvement below target. And sometimes when my son or daughter gets target, my husband says, just keep the next level, reach above target. And they have seen the reports. They were looking up to me. So everything came to my mind. How will I do in the exam? And I'm answerable to my kids, everything. They're looking up to me. So they might get a feeling, mom did so much hard work, and it's okay sometimes to fail in life and all that. So I thought, okay, let me ignore this. Let me relax, and whatever sir told, let me just think about all those things. And I started my exam. And yeah, one thing he told is 70-70-70 rule. Like, the total duration is, I
Do
said,
tell them,
30.
do tell them what do you mean by 70-70-70.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more about all these things, how to manage the time. And just for all the audience, I just made actually 2 nights ago, after your PMP exam, or I think before Deepak exam, I made for this for everyone, because students are sharing that this is very effective. So I made this video, how to manage your PMP time in your examinations.
So yeah, we have 230 minutes. So he said, ideally, like, keep it 70 minutes for the first set of 60 questions, and then 70. That way you will be getting 20 minutes extra, and you can accommodate that time wherever you feel like you're taking more in the first segment, or wherever you are want to use it. So what happened for me was, I started off the exam. I wouldn't say that I'm that tensed, but I don't know. Unknowingly, I was taking more time reading the question and all. When I reached 40th question, I thought, okay, I'll be completing maybe around like at least 65, close to 70, but that didn't happen. I took 80 minutes. So in the first break, I messaged sir that it's 80 minutes. Then he said, make sure like you're completing the all the 180 questions and not.
Meena, let me put it again. What do you mean by message me? So what happens? I need to clarify it to everyone. So what
Yeah.
happened here? Since she was giving exam in home and you have 10 minutes break. So we have made it this ritual for all my students who are giving exam from home, during the break, message me how much time you took. And if it is possible, we have 30-second or 1 minute call in which I can motivate them or in which I can guide them what to do and what further to plan. So although it was 4:30 a.m., so she called me in the first break, something like that, and she asked me this much time I have took. So what to do? So please carry on.
Yeah, so that's sir. I messaged sir, and he said like, give your best, do all 180 questions, you can do it. So I thought, okay, already used 80 minutes on the first set. And to like for me, if I have to say all the three set of questions, second set of questions, right from 60 to 120 were little bit tricky. Tricky in the sense they were easy, mostly on this mindset only. But even if you use the elimination techniques, like among four options, if I eliminate, I'll be left with two. And these two options looked so close that I was spending like more than 1.5 minute to 2 minutes on that. That's how like my second section it came up to 85 minutes. And the final 120, I mean final 60 questions, I just had 65 minutes. So they had to manage time there. But luckily, 120 to 140 questions, those were so direct that sometimes I got it, or am I answering it correctly? Because few of the questions were so easy. Again,
So
like
Meena,
one,
I would like to add again something here. So the thing is that is one of the fundamental reason I say you have to complete your exam. You have to complete your exam. Why? The exactly same thing. The first 60 question very hard, 61 to 120, not much hard but tricky. But 120 to 180 comparatively more easy. The PMP exam has a belly curve in which 60 questions are more easy. But if you don't have 60-65 minutes or minimum or 70 minutes, 60 to 70 minutes for last 60 question, you will never know.
yeah.
So that is a very important thing. Please carry on.
Yeah, so just I was thinking that, and from 140th question, 140 to 160 maybe, they were a little bit lengthy, like four sentences, and then the options were like quite, but then I took more time like reading, right? And for one or two questions, though I moved on, then I remember, did I miss something? And when I went back, I did a right thing by clicking the previous button because I did miss something. So that changed the option as well. Then like maybe I was left with 7 minutes and six questions. Yeah, the last 10 questions. Then it popped up, you have like 5 minutes left over. Then I got tensed. Okay, but I'm sure like I'll be able to manage something by reading the last line or something. Then 179th question was like drag and drop. I thought, okay, I'm left with 1.5 minute and I got drag and drop. It was easy. It was from business environment. But then since it's business environment, you have to like go with each and every term to fit that scenario on the particular, the appropriate term. So when I was clicked on the next button and when it was 180th question, then it's like again the cost thing. So I thought if it's any calculation, then I would do some any random thing. I didn't want to calculate, but then it's like just they gave the figures and they would like to know what do you do. It was similar to whatever we solved, so I just selected, and I think I finished my exam, yeah, 55 seconds, then I ended the exam. So I felt like it's like fastest 4 hours of your life, and when it tries to give you the result, that was also like I know what everyone goes through at that point of time. Finally, that congratulation message also didn't sink me because it took a while to get the score sheet updated and all that. So finally done. So almost 3-4 months of my journey. It looks like maybe a short journey, but yeah, everyone knows once you are in how much time we spend to get to it. So I can
So
say like, yeah, yes, sir.
So, Meena, I would have to say a few things. Like whenever anyone give the exam, and most of the time I receive this message. So what does a congratulation means? So what does congratulation means? So this is like you are so tense at that time. You are so tense at that time that you never realize congratulation means you are done. Your journey is done. Because I know my journey when I did PMP exam, and then so many students. Alhamdulillah, we have 98, and I am thinking that we will get 100 students by this month, by this week. Sorry, by this week, probably by 15th of July, we will be getting total 100 students. So the thing is that yes, congratulations is that very important thing to get there. Please continue.
Yeah, so I was telling like overall exam, if I say like the predictive thing, the drags and drops were like around six, and calculations were like two. So mostly like people think dominated, and process wise also more questions on resource and communication. But as like sir said, like his favorite topic, Tuckman ladder, was not even there. So I was like, what pattern I've observed is since from month of March, I've been watching Andrew Ramdal's live videos every week. Students do come and share their experiences. So every month the exam pattern is kind of different. As we all know, we won't be getting the same set of questions, but yes, the overall, if I hear their videos and journey videos, the like for example, March and April, more questions on that personality thing and Tuckman ladder people were saying. And again from late June and all, we don't see any question on the personality MBITs and the other thing, Tuckman ladder. People are saying we are not getting any questions. So every month, maybe I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong, but that's what the pattern I'm observing. And since like even our students who cleared, they said they didn't get any question. Neither I did get any question on that. So that shouldn't. I mean, we don't know. Again, PMP might change, but we should be ready for everything. But overall, what I would like to say is just focus on your that servant leadership and your mindset of how you are going to solve. Exam is completely based on that. And the mocks you're doing, definitely that helps you to get a hold of the concepts and all that. If at all you're losing on like the score of like maybe on those points, don't worry about that, because those kind of questions we are not getting anymore. So just try to analyze yourself based on how you're solving a scenario, being a project manager using the servant leadership. Just apply that technique, and in your mocks, if you lose on those points, you can just ignore it. Definitely they're not coming that way. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So one of my student Prikshant asked basically his exam is I think on Saturday. How many mocks you did? Number of mocks.
Number of mocks, excluding prepcast, is 7, and including prepcast would be 11.
Come again.
Sir, without like if I have to exclude prepcast, the total set of 180 questions mocks were 7 mocks.
Okay.
And if I include prepcast, then to overall it's 11.
11 mocks. So you are among those students who did very few mocks. But I was confident in you that you are gonna do a lot. Apart from I think Imran, you are among the few students who did very less mocks. Okay, so Meena, talking about this thing, like as you have said rightly, the most important thing is to have mindset. When you say, many people have asked me on the chat here and there, what is basically mindset? So let me put this in a very plain words. What is mindset? Mindset means having a servant leadership mindset. Although some people says that you need to have a traditional mindset and agile mindset. No, there is only one mindset in the current PMP, because Meena said it rightly that PMP exam is changing its trend, and now we are not seeing those Tuckman ladder. Initially, when Inqilab and Imran gave the exam, they had like even I'm not sure about Imran, but Inqilab had 18 of those drag and drop. Now there are only 5 and 6, right, Meena?
Yes.
Now there are more of 5 and 6. So the exam trend is changing from week to week base. The exam trend is changing from daily basis, all those things. So what is the mindset you required in the current PMP? And I'm thinking this will stay now in the PMP exam. Servant leadership mentality. You need to have a servant leadership mentality, because the PMP exam content outline, which is a real thing, because PMP exam is based on exam content outline, that you need to have a servant leadership mentality. That is the most important thing. It does not say that you have to have a traditional mindset. Secondly, the PMBOK 7th edition, if you think the one of the reference guide for PMP exam says about servant leadership mentality. So that is very important thing, that you have a servant leadership mentality. And secondly, understanding the agile mindset. How to become more agile is the key to PMP exam. Okay, Meena,
Yes.
so if let me talk about agile a little bit. If we know four values of agile, 12 principles of agile, like I don't know meaning, understand, and we know framework of agile, is it enough for PMP exam?
Yes, sir. Coming to the 12 agile principles, you need not memorize them, as you said. You need to understand what all those 12 principles, because we have questions based on those principles. So they try to come up with a scenario, and easily you can, for example, I mean, I didn't get that, but I'm saying simplicity, the art of maximizing, you have that principle, right? So you have a question based on that. You'll know, okay, they're talking about that principle. When it comes to the options, they give you all the four options so close, like as a project manager, that you would like to go with all the four. We use the elimination technique, but yeah, again, you need to use that thing and solve. So I'll say you'll get all the scenario based questions on those principles, and yeah, answering your questions, that would be fine. But yeah, maybe like you can have knowledge about other things, maybe if they come up with any drag and drops on those agile questions, because I did have a drag and drop on agile concepts.
Okay.
So it's
So
better
drag,
to learn the lean and the crystal thing, not in depth, but just an idea. If at all they give you as a drag and drop, you'll have the knowledge to solve them.
yeah, yeah, understanding that is an important thing, like how these exams are structured. Okay, and what about the areas? Which exam area was more targeted? Stakeholder communication and resource?
Yes, those are the default questions, like areas that they are like coming. Yeah, most of the questions were from that. And change management, for sure, you'll have the questions. I knew that, and I had like almost 7 to 8, because I've made a note, since I know you'll be asking these questions. I made a count of change thing. 7 to 8 I had on change thing, and then scope, cost, procurement. I had three. You remember we did a call revising for the batch 9. You did that video. In that, I asked you a question about agile contracts, and you told I got the same question on agile contracting thing. Yeah. So it's like procurement, total three questions, two from predictive and one from agile.
Okay, okay. This you answer the most of my question, how you manage time. So guys, when mock score is 85%, no one get mock score of 85%. Actually, I had 3 to 4 students. I never recommend wait for getting more than 85%. As why I know, why basically I trusted Meena, and let me share why I was confident you in Meena. Actually, let me put it this, Meena, I never knew you already have taken training from 35 hours. I don't know if you mentioned it with me or not, because I never knew. I always treated that you came to zero with me. So I never actually, in my mindset, in my conscious mindset, I never knew you already have taken that training, and that I always treated you as that you are starting from zero. So when you are saying, how do I know when my students are ready? One thing is the Prepcast score. One thing is the Yasin, Workday, all mock score. That is a one thing. Other thing is he able to explain the entire PMP journey? Is he able to explain the entire agile concept? When I ask them cross question, what does that mean? What does that mean? And all those things. Especially I do this in one-to-one a lot. Asha is here with us, and she knows how I do it. Rohit is here with us. They know how I put them. Sandeep is here. Deepak is here. So all them knows that basically how I cross question. Why? What is this? What is that? That's how I know that. Secondly, as Meena said, if you can explain that to your daughter, then you know. And you told me, yes, my daughter knows a lot of PMP things, how all these things are, and that is one of the key how you know you are prepared. Second thing is score. Actually, I have only 5 students. I would say I would name them: Manish, Sanjana, Sobi, Imran, and I think these, and maybe two, three more students who are actually getting 93, 94% in all the exams. I have to found extreme difficult mocks. My mocks are the most hard mocks I see in the market, but they were even scoring good on those mocks. So those were only 4 or 5 students that were extraordinary. But only Manish got the highest score from them in the real PMP exam. The real PMP exam has nothing to do with the intelligence. All of them got all above target. You got all above target. Imran got all above target. Majority of our students got all above target. It's all about having agile mindset and how you solve the problem on the timeline. With being said that, if anyone wants to ask any question to Meena, the house is open for question answer. You can open your mic and you can directly ask question to Meena, or you can post in the chat box in LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and I will be more than happy to answer you guys. Okay. Anyone wants to ask the question? Apart, Deepak is saying congratulations. Okay. Who else is there? So guys, if you don't have any question, then I would be ending. Elias, our certified PMP, is saying congratulations. Thank you, Elias. Okay. So what else question? How do you use? Yeah. Any questions about, first of all, formula questions and critical path questions?
So two questions. One was agile thing calculation, but it was easy. Like I mean, I didn't even use the calculator. So it was I could do the mind calculation, and the last question was also 180th question was CPI thing. Just that we need to they give the thing and we have to calculate report what is the how is the project going. So maybe I say like if you ask me how the questions are related to prepcast, I can say I overall 10 questions where I found were similar to what I solved in all the four prepcasts, and that where the burned on graph that I got that one. I mean it's not the exact question, as we all know they don't get repeated, but yeah we have burned on graph and the change request procurement thing. These were similar to whatever I did in prepcast.
Okay, and let me just put it one more thing to everyone here. We have nothing to do with the prepcast. My organization has nothing to do with the prepcast, because I always recommend. I want to say that as a disclaimer. I actually just like their simulator how it works. That's why I gave it actually to my student. I bought for them, and I gave them as a final preparation tool. So if you want webcast, you can do it. If you don't want to spend the money, especially this is for those students who is watching these videos on different channel, you don't have to. Let me give you a simple free way to clear the exam without that, because Meena didn't need that. I never let her go to those mocks. Do 6 mocks of workday. They are excellent mocks. They are excellent mocks. Try them mocks. If you only buy these two set, workday and Tridip, you can clear the exam. If you want to spend more mocks, Yasin mock, and then Andy Ramdayal mocks. And if you want to buy my set, if you want to really test how difficult exam can be, these are very difficult questions. I can give you that for free of cost. I don't want, I can give you a link and I can give you free of cost. Okay, so Meena, did you have questions like how did you use elimination technique in your exam?
Yeah, so elimination technique, I should frankly say I read things very fast. So initially when I started solving, I used to get everything incorrect. Then when I was reviewing, then I realized that I'm not paying attention to the details. Then I started practicing the mock with a slow pace, allocating the time reading the question, not too fast, not too slow. Then I know the key. Then sir, I watched the coaching calls of sir, right? So how do you actually highlight the key points in the question, then reading the last line and coming to the question, sorry, the options. Among the four options, first thing that we would do is eliminating the first two things. And when we are eliminating, we need to say for ourselves why we are eliminating those things and why, what is the reason. Then we'll be left with two. Among that two also, you'll be having some key thing. When you map them back to the question, you will come to know why those among those two one answer would be the right. This is a technique that I've used solving the mocks that I'll help. But yeah, in the main exam, as you know, they test for our knowledge and other things. They'll make it tricky. You have few set of questions that it would be a challenge, but yeah, it's like kind of good thing they test you for that. So this is the basically the elimination technique taught by sir and also what I have followed.
Okay, okay. So if anyone has another question, we can ask them. Thank you, man, for saying that. Okay, Ram, congrats from Ram. Now, an important thing for certified PMP also, we have few people certified here that you need to maintain, also 60 PDUs in 3 years. And one more thing, if you don't want to do more certification of I would recommend that do take 60 PDUs within this year and recertify, and the turn go to your dashboard and turn that automatic renewal. For many people, PMI turn the automatic renewal themselves. So if you don't want to renew, please turn that off, because that can charge you like, if you have taken the local membership, $159. So that is very
Oh,
important for you, me, and other students who does not want to renew their membership. Okay. Anyone else who has any question, or I can move forward?
I
Okay,
think
Meena.
chat windows, there is like importance of your videos and coaching calls for upcoming PMP aspirants.
So what is that important? You can share. How can I share?
Yeah, I was just reading that. So yeah, videos in the sense I've like said in the beginning also. I always feel why I didn't actually picked his videos first. Maybe that's how like time thing was. I picked it later.
I would
The
love to know. Meena, I would even ask the question on YouTube, what we need to improve as a real thing. One thing is SEO. Other people put SEO on YouTube so that their videos can go on top. I never do that. I don't know how to do it. I never do that. Both things, and I am not gonna do it. But what do you think we should improve something in our videos, that so that we can help the aspirant? My goal, I have more videos, I think, than the entire people in the
yes.
PMP combined. Maybe even combine all of them. So I don't want people to get failed. If they don't want to come to our program, they can watch the journeys video, coaching calls, and agile. They can pass the exam. I'm putting it on record. They can pass the exam by watching that. So since you didn't reach us before, what we need to improve on our video, and I would need this from all people. Like we have almost in all platform, Meena, this is the highest students we had. More than 150 people are watching on all the platform. We are live at different areas, so this is the maximum we have. So do give me feedback how we can improve that. Okay, so I will see. I'm not going to implement many things, as Imran has given me a lot of feedbacks. I implement these things very slowly. So I'm a very predictive guy in these things. I'm very agile in making videos, predictive in going the changes for making how to do that thing. So Meena, what do you think, why coaching calls are important for us?
So coaching calls are like important for us. You know where you're standing. First thing you will be explaining the process of how to solve the question. First thing we'll understand that from your coaching call. And next thing is like they're so interactive. You get to know what you think and what are the gaps that you have in your understanding. And since you do sometimes coaching calls like twice a week and all that, you have that continuity. And for yeah, even for the students who are part of our batch or everyone who are not part of Amasa's batch and who are just watching his videos live on YouTube and appearing, you can definitely pass the exam without being a student also. Having said that, like, yeah, please do join his batch. But yes, I've seen a couple of them commenting, don't think otherwise, couple of them commenting that they passed the exam without joining your batch, because you put lot of stuff for videos that without joining also people can think. But I do suggest that everyone to join, because you do get a different think of PMP when you join. It's like I didn't tell sir that I did 35 hours Andrew Ramdayal's, but when I joined his batch, my understanding about what I've learned from that videos versus what he teaches and how we are going about, it is altogether a different. And also, please make sure that you watch right from first video all the coaching calls. You'll get the hang of how to solve the questions, how to time box it, how to eliminate all those everything topic wise. He has done agile, predictive, everything. Now we are moving to the latest thing. He keeps updating the coaching calls. If you see right in the beginning, when you were just not giving the answer, you are going to the next question. Then some people have commented, post the answer as well. So then, yeah, you keep updating that. And then what was the next one? Apart from, yes, the recordings of the short videos that he does, right? The risk deliverables and all this. Please do watch them as well. So you need not like entire go through the risk journey. He'll just summarize it in 8 minutes, and trust me, you'll know the importance just before the day before, when you have to close your eyes and get a complete mind map of right from what is project to end thing. You will have the mind maps only. When I say his teaching methodology is different, it is the mind map thing. It's a visual thing that you get about the entire process. Every author, they try their level best to make get the process sim. The different why he stands out is the map, that overall mind map we get, and he makes it so simplified, and closing your eyes you can tell what is happening in which process and all that, and that would help. And definitely, one my suggestion to the people who are preparing would be, just believe in yourself. And if you are sir's students, he'll say that you are ready for the exam, just go for it, don't keep a second thought. If you are surrendered to sir, he knows, like, where you are standing, and just blindly believe that and go. Because for us, if we take that control, we still feel maybe we require one more week, another week, and all that, and we are never ready for PMP question. Even sir's PMP exam, even sir said that. That's what I felt like. I needed one more week, 2 weeks. It would be the same thing. There won't be any difference. And for people who are not like his students, yeah, please feel free to join, contact him. Even otherwise, if you are watching his all the journey videos and all the coaching calls, you'll get some points, and definitely that would also help you in passing the exam.
Thank you, Meena. Thank you for such a great feedback. I would just like to add, even if you join or don't join, you always have my number. And if you want to contact me for the final minute or whatever you want to do, I will be more than happy to facilitate you. But because nothing helped me more than people getting certified PMP in their first attempt with all above target. If they contacted me after first attempt, still I will be more than happy that they get all above target. But the most important thing, if they do it. Thank you, Meena. Thank you very much for your time. And we are very fortunate to have you. And now is the time to give your family. Best of luck, Meena. Thank you very much, everyone watching. Bye. See you.
Thank you so much, sir.